Hi, I'm Rachel and welcome to How to Connect with Goddess Athena. Goddess Athena or Athene is the ancient Greek goddess of wisdom, but she also oversees civilization, justice, peace, law, the arts and crafts. She's also often depicted as the warrior goddess, and you'll see her in her full armor with her shield and her helmet, and she's really there as overseer of the application of just law. She is also the archetypal goddess of maiden and of virgin as well. And she is quite unusual in that she herself was actually not born of the womb, but of the mind. So in some of her myths and legends, Athena was actually predicted to become more powerful than her father Zeus. So he actually swallowed either wisdom or swallowed her mother, and then birthed Athena. She came sprung out from his mind, fully ready in her armor to become all that she was meant to become. So she really is a goddess for guiding you to trust and to really stand in your intuitive wisdom. So here are my top 3 tips for connecting with Goddess Athena. My first tip is to call on her as the goddess of heroes, and she's really a companion for the hero journey. She even supported Hercules in his trials. So she is there to remind you how you embody hero. And my first tip is to really think about and connect in with your own hero's journey and to reflect on all the ways that you have been the hero archetype. So think about your life's experiences and think about all of your trials, all of the ways that you feel like you have suffered or gone through obstacles, and then really journal about the power that came from that, the way that you moved through and all that you learned, how it taught you and what were your lessons from that. And also to reflect on all of your achievements as well, so your celebrations and really celebrating you and your skills and knowledge that brought you to that place. And one of my favourite quotes that always reminds me of Goddess Athena is the quote, probably not word for word here, but she wanted a hero, so she became one. So it's really about you embodying that. How can you be the hero in your life, and how have you been the hero in your life? Really celebrating what you've done. And when you come to points where you feel like you're going through trial or obstacle or difficulty, she is there as your hero to really cheer you on. And she says really not to hesitate, but to do it now and to do it well. And I say she'll be there cheering you on with a little flag, really, and there to kind of show you all that you have achieved, even when you felt like you were in the deepest and darkest and most difficult places. So my second tip is to connect in with the energy and the animal of the snake. So the snake is often a symbol of Athena, and she is depicted with the snake. It actually is shown sometimes on her body, but most often around her shoulders and crawling and winding up around her head. And the snake is really a symbol of earth wisdom, of kundalini, of embodied feminine wisdom. And this has led through many, many centuries, of the snake being portrayed as evil. But it really is that symbol of the intuitive feminine. So if you see a snake or a snake's skin, or you're really drawn to the symbol of the snake, then it is a reminder for you to really come in and listen to your intuitive feminine wisdom. And if you're a man, then you can listen to your feminine aspect as well here. So about creation, about birthing, about death and birth, how the snake sheds its skin for another skin. and it's constantly doing this release, you know, the growing, the baby, the release, the growing and the release. So you can work with this, you know, by bringing the snake symbol into your space. You can work with the symbol of the snake, have a statue or snake skin, or even go and, you know, find snakes and really think about their essence and their characteristics and really reflect on them. My third tip is actually to draw those two things together in combinations. So kind of bridging our intuitive wisdom and also wisdom of experience and thought as well. And my tip for you to be able to do this is to think about working with the root chakra, so our kundalini, our earth energy, and also our third eye and our crown, so our intuitive and divine wisdom. And there's several ways that you can do this, but it's really about honouring and bridging the two. So not seeing them as opposite ends of the scale, but really as connected, and that spiral that runs between the two. So really honouring and seeing how both can be combined together. So my top tips for doing this is firstly to try silent meditation. So often we have music or people guiding us, but I invite you to sit in complete silence and really think about your connection with above and below. So really coming into the earth and above. And often when we do meditations, we're trying to stop the thoughts, we're trying to clear our mind. But what I invite you to do is to actually approach your thoughts with curiosity. So what is it that when you are silent is coming up? What is on replay and repeat? What is calling for your attention? And being curious about that and following that thought to its source. So from the head of the snake right down to its tail, take it back to the root and see what it is there at the very, very root that is trying to get your attention. And something that can support you in your silent meditation and meditating with Athena is the essential oils of chamomile and orange. They're both really wonderful for opening your mind and working with her. And also the colours of those chakras, say red for the root, and then looking at, you know, deep navy blues and indigos as well, and combining the two together to really draw in those two elements. And you can use colour for this, like I said, and bring that into your space, into your altar or whatever it is, the space that you're working. And you can also do this through dancing. So I lead dances with the goddess, archetypal dance and chakra dance, awakened belly dance. So we're working with the different chakras and movement. And the root and the crown are very much connected on that same love, and you can dance the two together. So if you'd like my guidance with that, then I'm holding sessions in person and online all of the time. And you can also come and join me on some of my goddess journeys, my goddess meditations, embodiment in and myths and legends that you'll learn through all my courses and teaching as well. You're more than warmly invited to come and join me and Global Sisterhood in any of those things. So thank you so much for listening. I hope these really support you in deepening your journey with Goddess Athena. You can subscribe here for lots more videos on Goddess, Earth and Moon Wisdom and dance healing as well. And then find me on Instagram and Facebook for lots more goodies and wisdom sharing and empowerment for you. So thank you for listening. It has been lovely talking to you, and